So nothing, I mean, there was yelling. There was much yelling on that show. In fact, Wally Burr, who I believe will be here at some point this weekend, I hope to be gone by then, but Wally will be here, and Wally was a very, very demanding director. He heard a line reading in his head, and if you didn't give it to him that way, you were going to do take after take after take until you did. And I used to watch him reduce people to just like rubble in front of me. I mean, there'd be some like big strapping 6-foot actor guy, and by the end of it, he'd just be like crawl out of the booth going, I'm quitting, I'm going into aluminum siding because I can't do this. For the regular cast who kind of caught on to what we were doing, it wasn't bad, but if Wally got on you, I saw him ask for like 20, 25 takes of, oh yeah? I want, oh yeah. You got that? Okay, go ahead, roll. This is, Autobots, take 4. Oh yeah? Got it. No, I wanted, and it just would go on and on and on until this guy was totally decimated. It was a great thing to watch. Any more questions? This gentleman right here.
Hi, first of all, I'd like to say it is an immense honor to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
And the question is, did they ever approach you to do Robots in Disguise, Armada, Beast Force, Beast Machine?
Once they gold-plated me, I was history. In fact, yeah, no, it was weird because the G1, the original guys, we did, I guess, 3 seasons, and you watch over the course of those 3 seasons as we get to do less, except for Optimus and you know, the big guys, we got to do less and less and less, and there was more like, you know, there was the Chairicon, you know, I turned into a chair, you know, really? I turned into a thumbtack. I don't even know what I turned into, but I turned into something. So you watch, and it starts out, and we're in a lot of it, and then we're in the last, and by the 3rd season, a lot of us had almost been phased out, and then for the movie, which was, I thought very disappointing, they decided we could say, hey, instead of all those yellow Volkswagens, let's sell gold ones. We'll dip him. So they dipped me, and that was, what was your question?
Well, the question was, did they ever approach you to do Armada, Energon?
Oh, no. Once they had their way with us, they were done. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with the movie, but knowing Hollywood the way I do, I swear, the Danny DeVito idea is not too far off base. Because look what they did with the movie. Suddenly there's Robert Stack. Orson Welles plays a freaking planet, for crying out loud. His last role. I mean, there's some irony in that. Oh. Anyway, so no, the answer to your question is no, but who knows? Who knows? I know we would all love to do it. So we'll see what happens. Right here.
Thank you again. It's a pleasure to meet you. You are one of my favorite characters because I go back to the beginning of Transformers.
Oh, so you're an old person.
Yes. Very happily so.
Me too.
My question to you is, do you find it's difficult when you do the different voices, how to just keep one voice for something? Because you're playing so many different...
Yeah.
Do you get them confused sometimes?
At times, yeah. It's hard that way. And as I said at the beginning, when they were considering casting me as Spike as well, they realized that's not going to work, because he'll be, you know, just back and forth with himself. Once you sort of lock into it, it becomes easier. But those first few 5, 6 sessions where you're still kind of finding your way, it is difficult. And there was a lot of stopping and starting, as I said. Those Transformers is a show. There was an animation strike in 1987. Transformers was almost single-handedly responsible for that. Wally Burr was almost single-handedly responsible for that because of these 12-hour sessions. One of the concessions that we won was 4-hour sessions, because it seemed insane to spend like 8, 10, 12 hours on a 22-minute show. So it was hard at first, but once you lock in, it's easier. People like Frank Welker are absolutely phenomenal to watch in that regard, because they're just like this. And also like the Chris Latta too, the stand-up guys, stand-up comics I mean, who did voices as part of their act are also very, very good at that. But once you lock in, then it's just a real quick mind flip. And if you have trouble, you know, they stop the tape and pick it up with the other character. So that's the story on that. Thank you for your kind comment. I didn't mean about the old. I'm old too. And I have a young wife. Stand up. This is my wife. Stand up. Stand up. She won't stand up. She wants fame, but she doesn't want to have to pay for it. Yeah. Secret of my longevity. And also the huge smile on my face. Anybody else? Right here with your, with the orange, whatever that is. Oh, is that
Bumblebee is obviously a huge fan favorite, but he hasn't seen a toy incarnation since its original Generation 1 self. If he were to come out in the new alternator line, that's sort of like a major Generation 1 homage, since Volkswagen won't release the license, is there any other car form that you think would fit Bumblebee at all?
I'd like to be a Touareg. Just because I like saying Touareg. Hi, I'm a Touareg. It would have to be a small car. Anybody got any ideas? A Mini Cooper would be great. Yeah, a Mini Cooper would be great. No. You know? Oh, I see. Okay. Neon, yeah, well, a little neon, fine. Well, you know what? Maybe it should be all American because I'd have to do it with a British accent or something, you know? Help! Optimus, I've got my ass stuck in a crevasse! It hurts me. Any other questions? Ooh, this gentleman right here in the yellow hat.
In episode 5, 6, 9. I'm kidding. Who would win, Spider-Man or Bumblebee?
Man, that's a good question. You know, I know the answer, but I can't reveal it. I simply can't, because everybody has their own idea of what would happen. I have a pretty good idea, and I'm going to keep it to myself. You know, there's some things that I must keep to myself. Not a lot, but just a few. Anybody else? Way in the back. Yeah, right with you got a red armband on, or a wristband, rather? Yes. Can you get to him? There we go.
Hi, I was wondering if you had any. Yeah.
I can hardly see you, but I know you're there. There you go. Look, see, that's support. You know this gentleman?
Yes, he's my husband. But anyways, I was wondering if you had any like funny anecdotes you remembered about working with Susan Blue, and if you've worked with her recently.
Yes, I actually, yeah, I adore Susan Blue. Susie and I are friends, as a matter of fact. The last thing I did was a guest on a show called Ballunatics. It hasn't aired yet. I don't know where it's from Nickelodeon or one of those nighttime. And Sue directed it. And she was kind enough to have me as a guest. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. She also is a tiny little munchkin of a woman. She's just little. Works in threes. Okay, here's my impression of, what time's Peter coming? All right, Decepticons, eat my lead. Spray of blood. Swallow. More. That's my Peter Pan. Have him do me when he does the camel. I love him. He's the sweetest man alive. And I've tasted him.